Okay, so upon investigation, the timing is not correct. So you got the cam sprocket, the timing chains for the camshafts, or the camshaft timing chains. You got those right as far as the dark link, the black link there on the mark for the right cam sprocket, as well as the one for the left cam sprocket. You got the timing marks right again with the dark links for the jack shaft, but where it's wrong basically is down on the crankshaft timing marks. So essentially we have to take these back off basically, and then we're gonna then take that off. We got to get the chain off those cam sprockets, because then we're gonna basically have to put those cam sprockets, once we get the chains off, we got to put the V8 marks standing straight up at 12 o'clock, both of those, boom boom. And that means you're also gonna have to take off the tensioners and all that other shit. But anyways, yeah, the V8 marks standing straight up. And then again, you had this one correct. So like if I was to back this up just that nth amount, like let's say I wanted to get that V8, I know you're not supposed to, you always go clockwise, but let's say if we were just run the scenario, let's say I go back a little bit counterclockwise. That counterclockwise turn is not gonna line me up. So yeah, that V8 will be standing straight up. This mark would be at 12 o'clock, but the little dot down there would not be. Now remember, you want to have your crankshaft at top dead center when you start doing all this stuff. Right now that crankshaft has been moved, but you can't tell where your top dead center is at because you don't have the timing chain cover. So essentially you have to get the timing chain cover on there, and then kind of just put the harmonic balancer on there, kind of slide it on there just enough to where you can see the timing mark on the harmonic balancer, and then line that up to the marks that are on the front timing chain cover, that the TDC marks. And so based on what I looked at, based on the cover, based on where the keyway is at right there, so the keyway is right there, timing marks there, right? Now on the timing chain cover, the top dead center mark is somewhere in the neighborhood of about like right here-ish. So theoretically, this keyway, which makes sense actually, it all lines up at that point. This keyway should be about over here, kind of thing-ish, roughly. Again, this is ballparkish. You really want to get the thing on there and kind of line it up better. So basically, this would have to get turned clockwise to where that mark is now. That mark right there is at the 6 o'clock position, and then you'd want to turn everything else. Again, you don't want to, that's not what you do, but just for the sake of demonstrating here, you would basically either have to rotate it all the way the fuck around, to where then that mark is at the 12 o'clock position, and then you have your two V8s at the 12 o'clock position. So, but yeah, basically this is out of whack. This and this and this were good. This is not. And this is the main one. This is the crankshaft. So you got to take all that off. You got to fucking put your cams again, a V8 at the 12 o'clock position, and then you got to fucking put this fucking crankshaft to where that mark is at the 6 o'clock position, as well as maybe again putting the timing chain cover on, looking where the TDC marks are at, and then putting that, lining up the marks, boom, 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 and then take the chime chain cover off real fast, or take it off again, and then proceed to put all the gears back on. And then, yeah, and then you should be good. Then we can, because right now, if I do that right now, the pistons are going to run into the fucking valves, and it's going to just go caca. I don't know if you had tried, and that's why you stopped, because you were like, well, and I would imagine so, because based on where that's at and everything else, if you did try turning that thing, you probably ran the valve, not very hard obviously, but you did probably touch the valve to the fucking top of the piston on some of those cylinders, and that's probably why it stopped. And then you were going, If that's what you did. If you didn't, and you're just wondering, well, now you know. So, anyways, I gotta get going though, cause my wife's calling me. I'll be back a little bit later. But yeah, we gotta get. I was gonna get into it, but I'm like, you know what? I don't want to. Not until, I tell you, cause I'm not about to go stick my hands in this. But yeah, basically you gotta take the tensioners off. You gotta take the fucking this thing off. You gotta get the fucking cam sprockets off again and get those chains all relaxed, and then pull that whole shit back off, and then fucking line it all back up again, and make sure that this is in your TDC mark, in your top dead center. Which again, based on where that keyway is at, that keyway roughly kind of almost lines up. Just that keyway is actually like, probably if I was to line it up, it's like right about here roughly. So it's pretty close, but that's just to give you a ballpark as to where it should have been or where it should be. And so that is way off. That would fuck everything all up. Everything that you worked for would have went to caca. So good thing that you didn't continue on, because that wouldn't have been good. But now you know. Let me know what you want to do. I'll come back and help you get it on. But yeah, do not turn that motor anymore. Get all that shit off, and then fucking, get those cams to neutral. And then start over basically.